Do people have any idea what they are buying?
I'd focus on the immigrants, you know? Once they find out they're getting a home, they sign where you tell them to sign. Don't ask questions, don't understand the rates.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And you target immigrants too.
Their credit actually isn't bad enough for him.
Here's my situation. I'm going to Japan soon, but I still have to communicate between Japan and America. So I have to sort of like get a cheaper location to live, and my price, I set the price like around $5,000. Like if it's $6,000 a month, that's fine. If it's $4,000 a month, great, but probably somewhere around 5. So here are some of the differences I noticed. The first thing is obviously the availabilities. There's a lot more houses available right now, not just rental, the ones for sale as well. From San Jose, let's say, from San Jose all the way to Palo Alto, there are a lot more availabilities in the app Zillow. What you can do is you can see like when the house is sold and how much money it paid for like the housing tax each year, and when did they become available, and when did they basically rent out the house, and when did the lease end. When I was looking for like my next place to live, based on all those houses that I looked into, they all have been on the market for like at least a month. There are a few new ones, of course, but most houses that I saw, they have been on the market for a month, some of them for over 50 days. That means for over 50 days, a lot of the houses are just like people are not renting. People are not coming in. Like, what's the case of someone wants to say rent an expensive house in the Bay Area or in any area? Is there are new people moving into the town, or seasonally there are people who are moving into a different location just so their children can go to like a high school in that area, in that district basically. Now, a couple notes on that. Another reason why people want to buy a house is obviously they want to start a family. So that's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons why people are purchasing properties at all. Yet the drop of birth rate, the difficulties of dating of young people, of young men and young women. So that's going to get harsher and harsher. Because of that, the housing market does not look that great. Long-termly speaking. Note number 2, it is confirmed today by me. I'm making this clip a couple days, after I made the first part. Is I talked to a lot of real estate agents and some property owners because I've been looking for houses. They told me that the housing market has indeed been softening. The prices are currently dropping. So it's like 100K drops, 200K drops are quite common right now in the Bay Area at least. And note number 3 is there are some houses that are still being sold at its desired price, even more than that, but only in the best school districts. We have a lot more empty houses now.
I sold that house for $350 the year it was built. 2 years later, $480. Then $585 maybe 18 months ago. This couple bought it for $650 last year. He'd let it go for that. Hi, John. It will break his heart, but he'll let it go.
Why is he selling?
Neither one's working right now.
Marlene, you'd say they're motivated, right?
As motivated as one can be in this neighborhood.
I heard of this phenomenon from a friend of mine living in a different state. He told me that when he walks by those really luxurious houses, apparently most of those houses are empty. Here's my argument. We are all looking forward, that is the truth, we are all looking forward to a housing crisis. We are all looking forward for the housing market to crash. And quite frankly, the housing crisis requires the housing market to crash. It needs to crash, and everybody's waiting for it to crash. But what if it has already crashed?
This market won't last.
Actually, could I talk to a mortgage broker? Anybody you recommend? Anybody you like?
Yes, I have someone, absolutely.
It takes like over a month now to sell a house in the Bay Area, especially in areas like San Jose, Mountain View, Cupertino, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto. A year ago, it takes less than a week, but now it takes more than a month. One of the houses I looked at, I can't give you the exact address. I don't want anyone to harass them or anything. They listed for $2 million. They sold it for 2.5. It sounds like, wow, someone listed a house for like $2 million. They sold it for 2.5. That's crazy, right? No. That house was supposed to be $2.5 million, at least from my personal experience. And the common practice a year ago was they would list the price as it is, then try to sell it for like 270, 2.7, 2.75, something like that. So, they receive so many offers, they can take like the best offer that offers them like 100K more, 200K more. That's no longer the case. What's even scarier is I literally saw some houses that was on the market last year and they still haven't sold this year. And they're still on sale. So fresh blood, we don't have a lot of fresh blood right now. Like that's the whole point of getting immigrants. If you don't have immigrants coming, if you don't have international students coming, you lose a big chunk of the market. And in some places, without immigrants, without travelers, without visitors, they face a dramatic, there's no better word for this, recession. For example, Las Vegas. Las Vegas is literally in a recession right now. It's a heavily service-based place. Even in California, I tell you, things are not that good. Things are pretty bad here. Houses are not selling. It's very quiet and subtle. Like you don't see an official housing crash being declared. Reason why a location is super expensive is it's very popular. If that place is no more popular, for example, California, it used to be and still is the biggest and the most popular state in America, but less and less so because it's just unaffordable. Couple weeks back, I actually did this video on what kind of house you can get with 250K of US dollars in America versus in Japan, in Bay Area versus Tokyo. Basically $240,000 you can get a super nice little place in Tokyo, a house, not a big one but a small one all to yourself. And 250K is not enough for the down payment for some houses in the Bay Area. So scary. So at some point, probably some point at 2027, early 2027, that's when we're going to see like a big fucking crash, because the market is going to sort of like react, take some time for the market to react basically. So we'll see about that. But then even if it crashes, I don't think people can actually afford it. I think that will wake up some people to actually move to a different country, especially the young Americans. Like for Gen Zs, even millennials, like if you don't have a house, if you don't have a family, then what the hell are you staying here for? Go to Europe, go to Japan, go to China, go somewhere quiet and cheap and nice, have a different life there. I don't hate any place, but it's really difficult to actually peacefully live in the States now. So that's that.